And we are back. I don't know. I was about to say something then, and then all that came out was okay, Chorwell. What if he has a lot to say this time? Oh, he does. Well, it seems you're more than I thought. Freyr's come back and told me of what you did for him. My fellow hunters split on what should be done. Some relies on Chuundar alone. We had to fight. Freyyr went to the throne room to challenge Chuundar. I will take you to him now. Why should I follow you? I can guide you off the path. We will approach from behind, avoiding Czerka and us loyal to Chuundar. It's the only way. I'm sorry, but I won't allow you to proceed any other way. This is too important. Okay. Your back door. Oh, that's just great. Everyone is here now. It's a reunion. Yes, son, by the blade of Bacca's sword, I've come to end your treachery. No more will you sell your own people. Your Bacca's blade, so what? I have the hilt held by each true chieftain in recent memory. Even you claimed it was all important. We both have our ancient trinkets, so who will the people follow now? You? You are old and weak. Shut up, both of you. This ends today. I will not see Roakwara suffer anymore. You tell them, Zaalbar. I don't know what to do, LUNAIR Eclipse. Chuundar has been telling me things. He makes sense, I think. I don't know. Do you have to fight? Talk it through. If we work together, it would be difficult. Convince them. Avoid this needless slaughter. This will be it. The fighting's up here. I will not have our world destroyed beneath you two.
All right, way to go, Big C.
Perhaps there is hope. What say you, Chuundar? What do I say? I still have Czerka's support. I say you will die. Attack. This is not the way. What have we got on here? 1, 2, 3. Wait, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Damn. If I just aim for Chuundar. Will everything be okay? Sadly, the others are just like fucking destroying everyone else. Come on, team. Fucking mission there with the aggro. Oh, I do have to kill everyone. Fucking Czerka scum. Remember when I said I'd kill you last? I didn't fucking lie, bitch. We've done it. I'm sad that I had to come to this, but I couldn't let it continue. My son, I'm truly sorry. You're suffered a great shame. I was blind. I have no excuse. I can forgive father. I have learned a lot over the years. I have a few questions about Kashyyyk. Could they wait? I'll answer why I can later, but we need to settle our current business. There is so much that needs to be done. What will we do about the slavers? We'll fight them. It will be difficult, but I swear they won't take another one of my people without bloodshed. I'll send quick climbers to other villages to try to rally a defense. We must guard against these ever happening again. You'll be the last outsider welcome here for a very long time. This is a change for the better, I think. What will you do now, Zaalbar? Returning home has lifted a great weight from my mind, but it has been painful as well. You have a place at my side, Zaalbar. I would be honoured if you would take it. I can't, not yet. I'm just getting used to being free, and not just from the slavers. And I have a life there. Now that my life is truly my own again, honouring that agreement is all the more important. Listen to me, my son. His insight humbles me. Take that good judgment with you, and all the planets will come to revere Wookiee wisdom. Okay. I think it's time I was leaving. Perhaps before you go, I must see to your reward. You have done us a great service. Can't you remember you're well past your lifetime? Because of you, I am reinstated as chieftain. We'll return to the old ways, where honour and trust of kin ruled above all else. I'm not sure there's a reward that accurately reflects the value of what you have done. Our world is changed because of you. I have request, father. I thought about it a great deal. Like Bacca's sword. That would be fitting, I think. Well, that is quite a request. I'm tempted to say no, but perhaps I should consider it an investment. Do you understand what this will mean? It is a legacy of our people held by chieftains and future chieftains. I understand. I want this, Father. I'll bring it back one day. I have no doubt. Let the two halves of the blade be made one. My son, I'll hold back a sword. Let's give him the sword. Like, how fucking good is... Oh my god, he's got like nothing on him. It's actually a pretty beefy sword. It's put back together. Oof. And it's upgradable. Zaalbar, you dirty dog. Give him some stuff. He's got like nothing. And dual wield is actually not that much of a detriment to him, which is pretty tasty. Okay, there's Zaalbar. Pretty beefy. I get to level up as well. It was actually recommended. Status field. Of a group. Okay, that's actually pretty OP. I'm so powerful. Can I loot anyone in here? Chuundar's bowcaster. Credits to some med packs. I can spare a moment. Our fight against the servers will be a long one. It's good to see you again. Because I'm surprised that string escaped my attention. Was I encountered so great? I was struck by grief. Okay, if you encounter, we will deal with them in short. My people will never be weak again. The reward you gave me. Like I said, oh, nice to see you again. So we've just been here about fucking 5 seconds ago. Okay, I assume that's fucking Kashyyyk done. So what can we do from here? Since the Ebon Hawk. We can go back to Tatooine. We can do the go see Griff again. Get something done there. Okay, all of the Czerka fuckers are gone. Smashed it, dudes. Now we can see if we can talk to Canderous and Juhani. And maybe a bit of Zaalbar will talk to us now.
Yes. What is it? I have been bothered by something of late.
What is it?
I never told you where I came from, did I? Where I grew up as a child? I suppose I was trying to deny what I was feeling.
What?
I have been wrestling with my feelings inside. Trying to come to terms with it, but I find I cannot. I must have someone to blame. Someone to blame for the destruction of my homeworld. Someone who is responsible for the death of everyone I have ever known, except those on Tatooine.
You mean?
Taris. It was Taris that the Sith destroyed to try to kill you and your precious Bastila. Taris, my homeworld.
I'm sorry, Juhani, I did not know.
If it were not for you and Bastila, the Sith would have never had reason to destroy that world. It was your fault for being there, and your fault for rescuing Bastila. Without your intervention, the Sith would have had no cause to lay waste to my childhood. Just let me vent my anger. I need someone to blame. Something. Anything. I hated that world. Yet everything I learned as a child, I learned there. It is as much a part of me as the air I breathe. I have this ache inside me, where all my childhood memories lay, and I find your face there with them. If it was not for you, that world would still exist.
I'm sorry, Juhani, there was no way to prevent it.
I know. I suppose I realized that. But it is so hard to lose your entire past. You would not understand.
It'll be alright, Juhani.
Yes. Yes, I suppose it will. As long as we remain focused on our task, it will. I am sorry. I will try not to distract you in the future with my trivial experiences. We should stop for now.
Oh, she's very angry. You've learned a lot about Juhani's past now. She was in fact raised on Taris, the world which the Sith destroyed because of you and Bassa, some of your bitterness. Okay, can we talk to her again?
What is it? I was remembering Taris.
I'm sorry, Juhani.
No, it's all right. I think I am over the worst of it. I apologize again for lashing out at you. It was not your fault. It was a horrible place to have to live. At least in the lower cities where the non-humans tended to get relegated. Living for years in a place with no sun, living off the trash dropped from the upper levels, and the meager pay doing back-breaking labor.
And those rat ghouls?
There was always the danger of raccoons coming up from the sewers, or more mundane predators living and working in the area. My family and I struggled each and every day to make something of our lives. But we could only go so far. Taxes from the corrupt government, more fees from the gangs controlling the streets, and whatever was left paying for what food and medical supplies we could afford.
Was it that bad?
With no money to spare for any amenities, even the enclave on Tatooine seems a paradise in comparison. And of course, there was the constant bigotry and hate from the more affluent and human citizens, lording their wealth over us living below. Every once in a while, a rich human would come down through the lower levels with his droid entourage just to see how the wildlife lived, and laughed at the mockeries that were our successes. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my travels since those days. Indeed, some of the greatest people I have ever met are human.
Like who?
The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order. The one who was with the group going to fight the Mandalorians. She was human. I am sorry. I am getting away from my point. If there even was one. Sometimes I curse the day my parents fled to Taris. But then again, if they had not, I would not be where I am today.
Your parents?
Another story for another time. For now, we must continue our own epic. To save the galaxy, if we can.
Damn, this bitch is deep.
To you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Tell me more about your past.
Well, I mentioned before that my parents had fled to Taris. Perhaps I can tell you about that.
Please go on. Please do, even.
In the early days of the Mandalorian War, there had been fighting closer to the Outer Rim worlds.
Near the world your species comes from?
Cathar was there, yes. My people had a great reputation as warriors, and that appealed to the Mandalore version of honor. They sought to test themselves against us, I think. Test themselves by bombing our world, slaughtering my people while they slept or while they ran.
How did it happen?
They swooped down from space across the world, firing at anything that moved. They used ships in space to destroy all orbital facilities and bombard the surface. We did resist, and in spite of their violent attack, we did stave them off for quite a while. But in the end, we were doomed.
Why did the Republic not help you?
We were not members of the Republic. Cathar was beyond the edge of the Republic, in the Outer Rim. And besides, they could not have known. Our interstellar communications were the first things the Mandalores hit. All other short-range communicators were jammed. We were on our own. We knew what was coming. We had fought the Mandalorians in the first war against Exar Kun and the Sith. We knew there would be no mercy for us. The most we could do was pack the few of our people who survived onto what few ships remained and send them off into space as fast as they could. Most did not make it.
But you survived.
My parents carried me as a baby with them and were lucky enough to escape. They fled as far as they were able and eventually settled on Taris. They could stand running no further, I think. But Taris was a horrible choice. Dominated by humans, intolerant of other species, it made everyday life unnecessarily hard.
How did your family cope?
My father turned to stimulants. He spent much of his time in local bars and dives. But we are warriors. It runs through our blood. And when he was on stims, he became foolish. He let his warrior nature get the best of him. So he would get intoxicated, and he would fight. And finally, one day, he would die.
He died?
Killed by a man who provoked him into a fight and killed him like an animal. I am sorry. I cannot talk about this any longer right now.
Damn.
How may I
Talk to us again?
To you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Oh, nothing much later. Okay, so we've got quite a bit of her there. What's the journal say? Oh, she lived with her parents in Taurus and how her father was killed one day in a bar fight. It's a very sensitive issue for her. She might tell you more in the future. Everything you want. Anything to say about yourself, Zaalbar? Mother allowed and taught me some things too. I'm grateful for that. It's been a while before I knew what my role would be in making Kashyyyk truly free. I have a lot to learn. Why'd you request to take Bacca's sword? I'm not sure I really know. Father accepts much of me. I guess I do as well. I think when I've learned enough, I'll bring it back to Kashyyyk. What happens then? We'll see. I'm sorry we can't stay longer. You and I have important things to do, and I don't feel bad about leaving this time. I know I'll be welcomed back. I wish you well. Let's get going. Alright, now we need to go talk to our little boy Canderous, who's always on edge. Never seems to be fucking happy. I also need to find him, and there he is.
Yeah, what do you want?
I was wondering if you had any more war stories.
You want another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now.
What do you mean?
If a world isn't strong enough to defend itself, it's basically forfeit. But this story is about something a little different. We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake.
Why? What happened?
The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on a side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive, in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something, or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that.
An asteroid?
Maybe, but maybe not. It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed.
A ship.
We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more stuff later if we get the chance. Is there something else you want to know?
You know, nothing
Your
from now.
choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Okay. Wonder if he's got
Yeah,
more
what
to
do
tell
you
me.
want? I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you, but I do have a couple about me and the stuff I've done. In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size. That battle gained me command of an entire subsect of my clan.
Tell me the story.
For 5 days, they had managed to hold off our forces. keeping us to the outer rings of their world, preventing us from attacking it directly. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. The Althiri would be drawn out by the units I had sent in. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail.
Did it work?
Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening, a mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. The center of their entire fleet was left exposed. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them.
You're a great warrior, Canderous.
Their slow, ponderous ship could not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. The command vessels were destroyed in seconds. Their ranks were thrown into chaos. It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces as we pursued them. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to the end, as we did against your Jedi Revan. Another time, maybe, I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic went. For now, let's just get on with things. Is there something else you want to know?
Okay.
Your choice.
See if we talk to him again.
Yeah, what do you want?
Oh my god, he's got so many stories.
I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic. That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly, so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We raised whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake, but the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice.
What do you mean?
Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. Those who cannot defend themselves should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition.
But killing people is wrong.
It's wrong to hide with shields surrounding you, hoping the enemy will be so good as to throw themselves at your feet to be slaughtered. I have no time or patience for cowards. They deserve to be hunted down and exterminated like vermin. There was no honor in wiping them out like rats. But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes. Especially later.
Later?
Later, when Revan had joined the war. But we'll get back to that. We've wasted too much time already. Is there something else you want to know?
Okay.
Your choice.
Right, see if he's got any
Yeah,
more.
what do you want?
No, he doesn't, okay.
Your...
He's an angry boy. I'm just gonna quickly add them, even though I'm pretty sure I shouldn't get anyone to walk out and greet us in the pad. But you never know. No, I do know. I don't. But
What is it?
the dual level up, aren't they, really? So we'll quickly do that. Canderous is fucking power stance. Absolute menace, isn't he, to society, that kid. Right, we need to head to Tatooine and we can end. So we can meet Mission's brother Griff. And give the tack glands. So we're close. I'm trying to think what else we need to do. So we've done Yavin. Oh no, we've got Yavin as well. We need to do that. Manan. We've got the Manan and Korriban as the last 2 planets to go to. We're gonna head back to Tatooine first to just go meet Griffy boy. Give him a couple of tech glands. Finish off so he can start his little wine business. I'll have to bring Mission out with me for that. one encounter. See what she's got to say about her brother. An absolute menace into society that he is.
Calo Nord is dead. Lord Malak, he has failed in his mission. Forgive me.
The penalty for failure is death, Admiral Kareth. But the failure was Calo's, not yours. You may rise.
Shall I hire another bounty hunter, Lord Malak?
No mere bounty hunter can stand against a Jedi. I shall not make the same mistake again. My apprentice, Darth Bandon, shall take care of our young Jedi friend. Find Bastila and bring her to me, alive if possible.
As you command, Master.
Look, that was a very abrupt ending. Just fucking cut. But we're now got Darth Bandon on us. Was it Darth Bandon? Just randomly gets introduced, like, out of nowhere. Like, fucking, yeah, by the way, there's this other Darth guy. Okay. We'll check Canderous again, because sometimes, you know, after a little flight, and Juhani, they're a bit more talkative.
To you, Padawan? What is it you would...
Okay. She isn't though, so there's that.
Yeah, what do you want?
Okay, he was here. So they're based on level ups. Okay, we'll take T3M4. What good he'll do? Probably nothing, but whatever.
Yeah?
What?
Give him some screen time. Imagine if he had like a guy fucking walk up to us at the docking bay. It's like, T3M4. Haven't seen you in a long time. Do you know this droid, sir? Ah, yes, he's heard me a bunch of times in the past. It appears that his original maker is in trouble. That'd essentially be the mission.
You're back! I knew you'd come through for me. I knew I could count on you. You do have a tech gland for me, right?
Is a tech gland, take it.
Come to Papa, you sweet simian organ. It may not look like much, but once I turn this into a bottle of Torresian ale, it'll end up being worth a fortune. Thanks, Mission. You won't regret helping me out with this.
Please, Griff, let this be the last time. No more cons, no more scams, no more schemes. That's all I ask.
Hey, sis, no need to worry about that. I've turned over a new leaf. From now on, I'm gonna stay out of trouble and do things right. And once we've cornered the market on Torresian ale, good things will be heading my way. Then I'll make it up to your Mission. Just wait, you'll see. You know, once we synthesize this and start brewing Torresian ale in mass quantities, we're gonna be looking for some investors. You give me a couple of 100 credits, and I can get you in on the ground floor. You'll get a return of, at least 20 times your investment.
You've already promised me a few thousand credits.
Hey, don't worry, you'll get your credits as soon as we start mass producing that Torresian ale. I just wanted to know if you were interested in an even bigger payoff.
Okay, here's 200 credits.
Wise move. I can see you really understand how business works. Now, when you see your chance, you jump at it, huh? That's my motto. I better get started on brewing that ale. Meet me back here later, and I'll have a down payment on what I owe you.
Down pit. Okay, Griff rushed off to brew up a batch of Tarisian ale to deliver his business connections. However, the credits he promised you haven't materialized yet. He did say you could meet him later in the Czerka supply shop in Tatooine to collect the debt. The Czerka's later. So when's later? If I run out and run back in, does that count as later? Like, what's counted? What's classed as later? Right, he's not even in here. Peacemaker thinks I've been fucking scammed. I guess we're just going back off planet and heading to the next destination. I think we've got Yavin though. Go checking our boy over there. See what he has to say. Okay. Better yet, let's leave it there until next time. So thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. Peace.